Hallo meine lieben Frische und willkommen zurück bei Genshin Impact. Ja, diesmal besser gelaunt. Ich habe das verdammte Ding hier noch 235 Mal gemacht, nachdem ich die Aufnahme aufgehört habe. Ich habe es einfach nicht hinbekommen. Ich habe danach rausgefunden, dass es verbuggt war und ich muss das Spiel nochmal neu starten, damit es überhaupt funktionieren kann. Ja, mehr ist noch nichts passiert, deswegen sprechen wir jetzt mit Yae Miko und machen in der Quest einfach mal fett weiter. Ein wenig, sehr ganz viel wenig anstrengend.
So how come you know so much about the Raiden-Shougun?
Oh, ich habe vergessen, automatisch zu machen. Tut mir leid.
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form.
Wir sind sehr interessiert.
In your dreams.
Schade.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Yoimiya.
Okay.
Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal.
Das ist gut möglich.
By neither saying goodbye nor
Weil auf
seeing me again,
Streit bricht die
our
Ewigkeit.
relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least.
Sie hat eine sehr radikale Sichtweise eingenommen.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status
Da was so,
quo
das
or
ist
do
gerade was so
whatever it takes
runtergefallen.
to bring her back
Voll
on
komisch
track,
geklungen.
regardless of the cost.
Ich weiß nicht, ob man es gehört hat.
I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Yoimiya is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
Wahr. Sehr wahr.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Shougun-Raiden-Spezialtrainings
Oh
phase
nein.
2.
There's a part 2?
Nein. 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 Ich hab's erst mal mit Traveler geschafft. Ja, genau. Genau. Okay, wir müssen die 10 Gegner hier einfach nur... Sind ein bisschen schwer, weil wir nicht wirklich stark sind, ne? Aber es ist okay, es ist okay. Ich bin Ausweichen ja immerhin ziemlich stark gewohnt, das heißt, es ist nicht so schlimm. Einfach noch ein Spezialtraining aufbauen, weil warum nicht? So, jetzt haben wir Wasser und Elektro in der Kombi. Das geht eigentlich fast immer gut aus. Okay. Okay, der wäre jetzt schneller zu als gedacht. Aber wir dürfen so oft getroffen werden, wie wir brauchen, glaube ich. Hui, und... Putsch. Für euch brauche ich mal Feuer, so, und dann ein bisschen... Uff. Oh, da hinten steht noch einer. So, noch ein bisschen heilen. Dann machen wir den kaputt und da ist das Spezialtraining fertig. Ich wünsche mir, das Spezialtraining wäre von Anfang an so gewesen.
We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden-Shougun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
sind sie auch nicht dem Shogun gegenüber gewappnet.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
Swordfish 2. Ich verstehe es immer noch nicht, warum.
On the contrary. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
Was für ein Plan?
Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Nein, warte mal.
All of this sudden, you're entertaining guests?
Wer könnte es hier noch sein?
Paimon's really
Thoma?
struggling to understand how you work.
Aber ich weiß nicht, ob Thoma sich schon mal in die Gegenwart von dem Raiden Shogun trauen würde. Ich bin jetzt ein bisschen durcheinander. Wer könnte die Person sein? Oder ist es einfach wieder ein random NPC wie letztes Mal, als ich dachte, es wäre irgendjemand Wichtiges?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do? You must understand the situation you are facing. The
Okay.
Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
Es waren die Watui, die die Situation ausnutzten, um die teuflischen Augen zu verbreiten.
Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Die Tenryou-Verwaltung arbeitet für die Fatui.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate.
Sorry für das laute Schlucken, Leute, war nicht mit
Inciting a
Absicht.
certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun.
Wer ist sie?
I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits
Kujisawa?
the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Aber was macht sie hier?
She also appears to be standing right
Ja,
behind you.
Kujisawa. Aber was macht sie
Don't
hier?
move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest.
Oh,
Don't
stimmt, wir werden
even
hier
think about
gesucht.
trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize her!
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Guji Yae, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Tschüss.
Guji Yae, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji Yae, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also,
Okay.
she will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujo-Sara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go? Or...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
Der Profi. Was kommt denn jetzt schon wieder? Wo müssen wir hin? Zum Chinju-Wald, da haben wir einen Teleporter. Der Profi. Der Profi. Der Profi. Tut mir leid, ich bin gerade am Überlegen. Hallo? Ist irgendwo jemand? Vielleicht eher hier drüben. Was ist das? Ich glaube, das ist der Helfer. Oh, Sayu, stimmt.
Into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before. Not a tanuki. I'm a muchina. I'm so tired. get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth. Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shiumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
Was genau ist der Beweis?
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
Die Yashiro-Verwaltung.
Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet, but with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Das wird ja wohl kein Problem sein. Geh zur Teestube Komore, da waren wir ja schon ewig nicht mehr. Bin mal gespannt, wie das alles auffällt, ganz ehrlich. Ich bin so hyped. Die Story. Ich freue mich voll. Hört man vielleicht nicht, weil es ist heiß und ätzend gerade aufzunehmen hier in der Hitze. Aber eigentlich bin ich hyped drauf. Die Yashiro-Verwaltung. Hui.
Thoma! Thoma! You there? It's us! We're back!
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
Jetzt ist Ayaka und Thoma über die aktuelle Situation.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Ich habe das auch schon mal erlebt.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
Da hatte ich mir auch gerade.
That's a very Thoma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
Scheint nicht lange her zu sein.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Thoma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Thoma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Okay. Gut. Hey! Gehen wir weiter. Weiter. Jetzt geht's weiter. Woo! So, ich hab mal kurz nur Licht angemacht, weil es fängt hier dunkel drin zu sein. Ich glaube, es regnet bald. Und dann gehen wir jetzt mal Yoimiya suchen. Ich denke mal, wir werden alle Dinger finden. Alle Beweise. Soll kein Problem sein. Yoimiya, du kleine illegale Banane.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Naja, Feuerwerk
Worry,
ist
it's just a
beängstigend.
firework. Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
We'll give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya.
Willst du mich verarschen? Wartet. Was ist jetzt hier das Problem? Ich bin sofort wieder da. So, bin wieder da. Es war gerade voll scheiße, weil ich konnte die Weltquest nicht machen wegen der Archon-Quest und die Archon-Quest konnte ich nicht machen wegen der Weltquest. Das heißt, ich muss gerade ein bisschen experimentieren. Aber jetzt können wir mal weiterspielen. Ja, das haben wir jetzt hinter uns. Jetzt wird, ja. Jetzt wird eingebrochen. Ja, Sachen werden geklaut, sagen wir es so. Den Ort in der Nähe der Verwaltung. Da können wir uns dahin teleportieren. Kannst du dahin teleportieren? Ich weiß zwar nicht, ob es gut ist, aber... Ja, weil genau das war mein Problem gerade dauernd. Aber es ist okay. Wir können dem entgehen. Das habe ich vorhin nämlich bei der Weltquest auch gemacht. Ich weiß, dass sich das auflöst nach der Archon-Quest, aber wir müssen halt zuerst die Archon-Quest spielen, dass das was ein bisschen scheiße ist.
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
Wir können Yoimiya nur vertrauen.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komore Tea House, okay?
Gäste können wir machen.
Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Wir sind doch bei der Statue. Ich hasse diese... Pass auf, dass du nicht erwischt wirst. Ich mal sagen, hier hoch. Wohin? Hier vorne. Das ist die falsche Richtung.
Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Ja, das ist zwar jetzt nicht weglaufen, aber das geht auch.
Stop!
Alter, was ist denn das?
What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off.
So, hier.
You are officially nuts. Uh-oh,
Mm,
coming this way.
ich
Quick!
würde sagen, hier runter. Und dann nehmen wir uns diesen hier wieder. Dann geht's hier hoch.
Pleasant surprise. I wouldn't mind staying here for a while.
Wir haben noch 23 Sekunden. Das sollte aber kein Problem werden. Geschafft. Fantastisches Feuerwerkfest. Okay. Sprich mit Kamisato Ayaka. Wo ist sie? Hier. Lülü.
Well, how did it go?
Ich weiß es leider auch nicht.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise. I feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious.
Wunderbar.
Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Yae was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Yae. I trust you will have a plan for the next step.
Wahrscheinlich schon.
I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Yae. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yae Miko soon.
Ach ja, stimmt.
Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Los geht's. So, hier hoch. Blinde Loyalität, rücksichtsloser, ich weiß nicht was. Ich habe nicht fertig gelesen.